It appears that we have some new Mega Evolution information from the latest Pokemon Go update. The Pokeminers did a full APK breakdown, link in the description to that breakdown if you want to peer it over yourself. There is some other information other than just Mega Evolution, such as Professor Willow getting some new friends, we don't know who the friends are, and then a whole bunch of map updates which have a lot of interesting implications, but not Mega Evolutions, focusing on that. And also link in the description to the Pokeminers' personal subreddit and to their Twitter as well, so you can stay up to date with all the latest updates found the Pokeminers themselves. At any rate, the new Mega Evolution information, what does this all mean? Well, let's get into it. So first up, the Mega Evolutions themselves appear to be temporary transformations, not permanent evolutions. So we were questioning before, is it permanent or is it temporary? It appears to be temporary. In fact, the verbiage of it has like temp_evolution_mega, and then they also have Mega X and Mega Y because, you know, Charizard and Mewtwo just have to have two forms, right? But this verbiage does leave the door open for Gigamaxing and Dynamaxing down the line. If you don't know what Gigamaxing is, it's from Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's their new sort of thing, and it's sort of like Mega Evolving, except your Pokemon just gets really, really big. Like, bigger than it needs to be big. Think about Wailord, that thing just got bigger because it got Gigamaxed. And then Dynamaxing is kind of more towards the realm of Mega Evolution. The Pokemon does have like an appearance kind of change going on, and of course it also gets really freaking big. So if you ever want to know what like Super Garbodor looked like, you want Garbodor to have a special form, well it's got one. And of course you can bet your bottom dollar that Charizard has its own special unique form for itself too, because, you know, that thing can't get enough special unique forms, am I right? But we're not here to talk about Gigamaxing and Dynamaxing. That's probably going to be like some 2022 stuff, right? We're here to talk about the Megas. And yeah, the verbiage here suggests that it's going to be a temporary transformation. Now, other verbiage in the Datamine as well suggests that the transformation is going to take place outside of combat. So I know some people were wondering, is this transformation going to be like a in-combat thing, like you push a button, you Mega Evolve mid-combat, the sparks are flying everywhere, Shazam, or is it going to be something that you do outside of combat and then you bring your Mega into battle? I felt that it would be a lot more practical for it to be like a outside of combat transformation because, well, it does make sense in PvP to have a little window of time to transform. You know, the Magical Girl transformation sequence doesn't play out as well when it comes to raids, so definitely makes sense that it's an out-of-combat kind of thing. So if it's a temporary transformation that happens outside of combat, and it's temporary, well, how long does it last? Is it something that you toggle on and off, or does it have a time limit? And it appears that there's going to be a time limit. Yeah, there was a Datamine asset that said Mega time limit, so very likely that there's going to be a set period of time that your Pokemon can stay Mega Evolved. There's also this like Mega Energy thing that was Datamined as well. We don't know if the two things relate to each other. It's very possible that they do. We'll have to see how it plays out. Mega Energy could possibly be like an energy bar. You have to get your Mega Energy to a certain point, and then once you get it maxed out or something, then you can start the timer for the Mega Evolution, and like, I don't know, maybe doing like friendship stuff with it, you know, like going for a walk, going for a battle, visiting a new location, getting a souvenir. That could possibly increase, you know, the energy bar faster, but we don't know for sure. We don't know how Mega Energy is going to play into the time limit. We don't know how long the time limit is. We're going to have to find out in the future. Only John Hankey knows this information, and he keeps it locked up real good. Now, something that's super interesting that was data-mined in here as well is the Mega Boost. There seems to be a Mega Boost and a Mega same type attack boost. So stab damage, a fire type Pokemon using a fire type attack gets a bonus. Mega Pokemon that's a fire type Pokemon using a fire type attack might also get a special bonus. But more importantly, the Mega Stat Boost. If you saw how my Mega Evolutions will work video, link in the description if you haven't checked it out yet, we were wondering if the Mega Evolutions were just going to be a stat translation from their Mega forms in the main series games, or if Pokemon Go is going to put their own kind of spin on it and give the Mega Evolutions just a stat boost. So same base stats of the normal Pokemon, but then like Mega, they get extra stats. Sort of like shadow Pokemon, but probably without a detriment. Well, with this Datamine, it looks like things are trending a little bit closer towards the boost. Now, an interesting thing to consider with the boost here is, will this boost affect their CP or not? Because if it is a boost on their stats, affecting both their attack and their defense, maybe even their HP, well, then they'd have to have a bigger CP. The reason why it balances out with shadow Pokemon getting a boost is because they get an equivalent detriment, an equivalent nerf to their defense stats. So it keeps them in line with other Pokemon, even though it might not feel that way sometimes. But if this particular boost is only a positive boost, then I would expect it to also affect the Pokemon's CP temporarily, or this boost would just be bonkers for the Great League and Ultra League. I mean, think about it. There is a Mega Sableye, there is a Mega Medicham, there is a Mega Altaria. So if it is something that just boosts their stats, doesn't influence their CP, well then it could make Mega Pokemon just ubiquitous for the Great League and Ultra League, because if you're not using them, then you're just a buffoon who's not using them. On the flip side, however, if the boost does influence CP, well then that's going to put Mega Evolutions in an even worse spot for the Great League and Ultra League. If you're not familiar, the attack stat of a Pokemon has a greater weight on their CP, so high attack stat Pokemon typically perform worse in PvP than lower attack stat Pokemon. If you want some more information on this concept, you can check out my PvP IVs simplified video. Definitely simplifies this in a really nice, tight, easy way to understand. But basic thing you should know is bigger attack stats typically do worse in Great League and Ultra League. So if the boost does influence CP, then that could be bad for a lot of Great League and Ultra League Pokemon. Of course, some Pokemon can sneak past this. For example, Mega Altaria would have a stat spread that would allow it to perform well in the Ultra League still, because normal Altaria is definitely well below 2,500. So other Pokemon that have the below 2,500 aspect to them could do well in the Ultra League with just a stat boost that affects CP. Of course, we're going to have to see how this actually plays out before we can go even deeper with this idea. Alternatively, Mega Evolution Pokemon could still use the stat translations from the main series games, and this Mega Boost concept could just be applying exclusively to the Mega Raid Pokemon. Did I mention that there's going to be Mega Raid Pokemon? Yeah, there's Mega Raid Pokemon. So as far as the Mega Raid Pokemon needing a Mega Boost, you could think of it sort of like the Rocket Pokemon. When you fight a Rocket with a Shadow Pokemon, that Pokemon's got stats that you and I don't play with. It's their own special stats that they're fighting us with. Mega Raid Pokemon could get a special Mega Boost in that similar respect, giving them a little bit more of an edge in the Mega Raid battle. We'll have to see. Now, if you are worried about Mega Raid Pokemon being the only way to get Mega Evolutions, it has already been confirmed by Niantic that our already existing Pokemon will be able to Mega Evolve. So the Charizard that you caught early on in the game, and you Elite Charge TM'd it so it can get Blast Burn, and you're going to Elite Charge TM it again so it can get Dragon Breath, because gosh darn it, it's your starter Pokemon. Well, that thing can also Mega Evolve. You don't have to worry about needing to do the Mega Charizard raid, and that's the only way you can get Mega Charizard. However, Mega Raids are still going to have a pretty large influence on our ability to Mega Evolve Pokemon, because they're going to have one new asset that was datamined as well, and that is Mega Candy. You gotta spend the Mega Candy to get the Mega Evolutions. When it comes to how Mega Candy is going to work with Mega Evolution, the theories fall into two categories. Either A, you have to spend it often to Mega Evolve, like every time you want to Mega Evolve, you basically have to spend it. Or B, it's going to be a one and done kind of deal. Once you spend the required candies to give your Pokemon a Mega Evolution, it will forever have the option to Mega Evolve. I'm really hoping that it's the latter, because if it is the former, Pokemon Go could dip a little bit further into a pay-to-win kind of play style here. Because if you think about it, if Mega Evolutions are really competitive for PvP, if you want to be the best in PvP, you're going to have to use Mega Evolutions. And the only way to Mega Evolve is to spend so much Mega Candy, and the only way you can get the Mega Candy is from the Mega Raids. Well, eventually something has to give. Eventually you got to be pumping out those Mega Raids, getting all the Mega Candy you can get so you can keep battling with your Mega Pokemon. Where, on the other hand, if it's a one and done kind of deal, you get your Mega Candy, you give it to your Charizard can now Mega Evolve, and then you won't have to worry about Mega Candy so much unless you want to Mega Evolve other Pokemon. So I really hope it is the latter, not the former. Another theory that's on the use it more often side of the force is that it could be related to Mega Energy. So it could be like a Poffin of sorts to speed up the Mega Energy process so you can Mega Evolve sooner. But once again, we don't know for sure how this is going to play out. Either three of these options could very easily be how it's implemented in the game. But in my heart of hearts, really hoping that's just a one and done kind of thing, because I really don't want to have to worry about raiding all the time. And then finally, to wrap this all up, there also appears to be a mega quest. Now the mega quest, I'm pretty sure is going to be a tutorial. Some people are considering that it might be like for every single mega Pokemon you have to do a mega quest to mega evolve it. I think that's very unlikely. It's very likely just going to be a tutorial. So, oh, new feature, mega evolution. Do 3 mega raids, evolve a mega Pokemon, take a snapshot of the mega Pokemon, here's some mega candy, and here's some Sinnoh stones, because your boy Hanky knows you love them Sinnoh stones, right? Yeah, I think it's just going to be a tutorial and, get some cool mega candy out of it, right? So to wrap up, this is basically all the new information we have on Mega Pokemon right now. To give you a nice little recap, Mega Evolutions seem to be a temporary transformation. The temporary transformation appears to have a time limit and will take place out of combat. As far as the influence of these Mega Pokemon on PvP and raids and stuff like that, it appears that there is going to be a Mega Multiplier, a Mega Boost applied to their stats, and we don't know precisely how this boost is going to go. This boost could also very well just be related to the Mega Raids. And then the Mega Raids themselves will give us Mega Candy. The Mega Candy will let us Mega Evolve our Pokemon. Is it going to be, something we have to spend often? Is it going to be a one and done kind of deal? We don't know that yet either. I'm really hoping that it's a one and done kind of deal. If you got any questions on this content, comment below. Let me know what's up, and I'll be happy to help you out. And if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more like it, well, make sure to subscribe to SwagTips. Also, want to give a special shout out again to the Pokeminers for being so quick on the draw with these APK teardowns, giving us the Datamine sooner than later so we can be up to date with all of the latest updates in Pokemon Go. Definitely give them a follow so you can stay up to date too. SwagTips. I'd also like to give a special shout out to these patron supporters. If you want to support Swagman on Patreon, link in the description.